What I am about to reveal will make your heart race, and yet it will calm you. What I'm about to reveal will unhinge old fear and set your spirit on a new bearing. Don't skip what I'm saying. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. Do not scroll past this moment. Hear me now, as if I stand at the bedside of your soul. You were not abandoned in the hush. You were placed in the middle of a story already being written by hands that do not make mistakes. Don't skip this. Angels are leaning close. Heaven tilts its head toward you. Stay till the end. You have carried a name in your chest like a tender ember. Sometimes you have hidden it under ash because you were afraid the wind would take it. Sometimes you have pretended the ember was only a flicker. But the truth is, the ember was kept, and the flame was tended, unseen with patience, by forces that call themselves by no name you must learn to speak. This is your confirmation. Your name was written beside this promise long before your breath first sought the sky. There is a person, a face, a laugh, an ache, who continues to be chosen for you by a design that eyes cannot see. Do not dismiss them because the world measures choice with timing and convenience. Your story is not written by convenience. The angels whisper beside the throne and say, don't give up on that person who continues to be chosen for you. Don't skip when doubt appears. Do not trade destiny for a hurried peace that will unravel. Stay till the end. The rhythm of your life has been a slow drumbeat of preparation. The seasons around you have been training your heart for a meeting that is heavier than a greeting, lighter than a destiny, and tenderer than you can imagine. The universe has been arranging small details like anxious matchmakers, the right song on an unexpected radio, the sudden laughter that arrives like a letter sealed with stardust, the quiet mornings when you found yourself thinking of them without reason. Do not mistake coincidence for coincidence. This is orchestration. Angels move in the periphery. God says the orchestra is tuning now. Maybe you feel exhausted. Maybe you have defended yourself with wisdom that now looks like armor and only keeps you from feeling. I know the nights you asked questions into dark corners and the mornings you found your faith frayed. I know the times you asked, am I foolish for still caring? Here is the word, continue. Continue to guard what the heart knows. Continue to speak truth in small, brave ways. This is not blind insistence. This is faithful endurance. Don't skip your own brave work. Listen, the person who remains chosen for you is more than a name. They are a thread pulled through the tapestry of your life, the thread that, when tugged, aligns other threads into pattern. You and they are being bent toward a horizon that will make the past intelligible. Your choices now are quiet prayers that align calendars of the Spirit. Stay till the end. The angels are cataloging every gentle mercy you offer, every patience you practice. The ledger of heaven keeps them precisely. Do not allow gossip, fear, or yesterday's sorrow to dictate your present. When voices say you must move on, know they are speaking from a map that is not yours. The map on which your name appears was drawn with ink that does not wash away in rain. The one who is chosen for you is also being trained in solitude, in error, in the refining heat of circumstance. You are not alone in this waiting. You are accompanied by a slow-fire redemption that loves detail. There will be moments when your courage will feel small, when the call goes unanswered, when the message dies mid-sentence, when the distance between heartbeats feels like an ocean. In those moments, remember the metaphor of the lighthouse. Its keeper does not curse the fog. The keeper sustains the light. Keep your light. Keep your fidelity. Something huge is waiting for you, and the beacon you hold will guide it home. Don't skip. Stay till the end. God says this is not the season for reckless surrender. It is the season for sacred restraint. Breathe into that restraint, for there is a holy discipline in waiting that prepares more than longing. Your hands are being taught how to build a home for a love that is not only affection but covenant. The angels call this training love. It is slow but certain. Your name was written beside this promise the day your bones heard their first prayers. There will be a blush moment. You will know it, because your breath will change when it passes. The blush moment is not just a meeting of eyes. It is the uncovering of what destiny has held in reserve. It is the instant when broken pieces find their right edges and fit. The blush is a prophecy that becomes flesh. Stay till the end. Don't skip. The countdown has already begun. I see your resistance. You have been wounded by histories that claim permanency. But wounds do not negate calling. Wounds are not the opposite of destiny. They are the entryway to it. God says, bring your wounds, bring your history, bring the scarred parts and the questions. Angels will make a thread of them and weave them into armor that is also beautiful. Your wounds will be the exact fit for the healing that arrives. This is not the end of suffering. This is the beginning of repurposed suffering. Your story shifts here. Do not be surprised if the universe rearranges your friends, your interests, your daily rhythms in gentle increments. Meaningful alignment often arrives disguised as detours. You will lose certain comforts on the way to gaining a fuller belonging. That loss is not a punishment. It is a pruning. The garden that will hold you both must be cleared of what competes with its fruit. Do not resist the pruning. This is your confirmation. What is falling away is making room for what is chosen for you. There will be a moment of recognition, and it will be quieter than you expect. It will arrive in the softest hour, an ordinary afternoon, a late-night message, a laugh shared over coffee that tastes like memory. When it comes, your knees may wobble and your mind will attempt to explain it away. Do not explain it away. Stand in its hush. God says, do not be afraid of what your heart recognizes. Angels applaud your bravery in such moments. You might ask, what if the person chosen for me is imperfect? What if they carry shadows and old mistakes? Hear this, chosen does not mean flawless. Chosen means destined for refinement beside you. The chosen one will carry their scars and their smallness and their gifts. They will be human and you will be human. The miracle is not that you find perfection. The miracle is that imperfect souls are choreographed by grace into a mutual sanctification. Your work is not to fix them. Your work is to love with wisdom, to set boundaries that are holy, to allow growth where growth is possible. The angels cheer for courageous, discerning love. Forgiveness will be an instrument you must learn to play. It will not always be immediate. Sometimes it will be a slow melody you return to. When offenses come, and they will, let your forgiveness be both an offering and a guard. Forgiveness does not require forgetting every lesson. It requires choosing a forward path over a backward captivity. God says, teach your heart to forgive, while also teaching your feet where to walk. This is the balance between mercy and discernment the angels bless. There are calendars above us that run unseen. In those sacred calendars, dates are marked not by minutes but by readiness. The countdown has already begun. Not for what falls into your lap, but for what you have been made ready to receive. Don't skip the small daily work of readiness. Your prayers, your honest conversations, your courage to be vulnerable, your patience when answers are slow. These are the instruments that make you fit to hold the blessing when it arrives. When doubt whispers, answer with evidence, the inner knowing, the recurring dreams, the inexplicable peace that arrives in prayer. When uncertainty bangs on your door, remember the moments that have felt like signposts. A repeated number, a lyric that plays at crucial junctures, a dream that returns with the same face. These recurring markers are not illusions. They are heavenly nudges. Angels press them into your palms like tokens. Keep them. They say your name was written beside this promise. Do not discard the tokens. Do not be afraid of timing that looks slow to the world. The divine clock runs on a different pendulum. What seems late to you may be on time for everything else that must align. God says, I will not be early nor late. I will be right on the seam of all that must meet. The seam is delicate. It requires the patience of both hearts involved. Stay till the end. Don't skip. The seam will hold what joins there. There will be tests, sweet and painful. Sometimes the test will arrive as temptation, presenting itself as the easy alternative. Sometimes the test will come as silence, asking if you will continue to hold faith without audible confirmation. Tests are not punishments. They are calibrations. The angels stand by with measuring tools, and each time you choose patience over panic, each time you choose faith over fear, you are tuned to a higher frequency. That frequency will resonate when the chosen one stands before you. I will tell you of timing that surprises, an apology given at last, a reconciling word that reaches you through an unexpected messenger, a door opened after so many closed. These surprises are the blush moments that make you gasp, because you recognize that the pattern you saw from the edge now becomes whole. Do not be jealous of the clarity that arrives late. Be grateful that the clarity arrived at all. Your gratitude will magnify every blessing. There is a quiet domestic glory being prepared for you. Small rituals shared, the comfort of ordinary. Mornings, the sanctity of a table set for two. Do not mock small things, for small constellations hold the map to great destinies. The angels delight in the mundane, in the way your chosen one will brew coffee, in the way they will hum when they are content, in the way they will hold your vulnerabilities without flinching. These small loves are the cathedral of lasting union. You may be tempted to demand proof before you continue. You might ask for signs written in the sky. The divine reply is simpler. Proof will come as change inside you. Peace will enlarge where fear once lived. Joy will seep into places that were dry. Courage will become a language you speak without thinking. The proof you need is the slow transformation inside. God says, watch your own heart for the evidence. Angels will confirm externally what already shifts internally. If betrayal arrives, as it sometimes does in the shape of mistake or misalignment, do not panic and do not capitulate. Betrayal resembles a splinter. It hurts, but it can be removed and the wound can heal. Some betrayals reveal incompatibility that cannot be reconciled. Some reveal lessons that must be learned before union can be possible. Discernment is required. Pray, listen, and let wise counselors be your companions. This is not a failure of faith. This is the courage of honest stewardship over what you will allow into your life. There will be a season of invitation. When the invitation comes, perhaps a conversation that changes the axis of a relationship, perhaps a choice presented like a threshold. Step through intentionally. Do not step through because loneliness pushes you. Step through because clarity warms you. Angels will be at the threshold, and when you cross, they will sing. Your crossing will be the moment heaven nods and says, yes, this was kept for you. I will give you a vision. Imagine two rivers that once ran parallel, finally meeting in a valley of light. Where they join, their waters are not erased. They are enriched. The gifts of each river make a new landscape. This is how chosen love works. You keep your integrity. They keep their voice. Together, you carry a flood of blessing that was not possible alone. The angels rejoice at the confluence. You are not called to chase a shadow of an ideal. You are called to steward a real, evolving human heart that is also being formed. Bring your honesty and expect theirs. Bring your softness and expect strength. Expect to be surprised by the ways you will both change. Love is not static. It is an alchemy. The angels are the alchemists in the margins, turning ordinary moments into holy gold. Do not forget to celebrate small victories. When a conversation lands true, when a promise is kept for one day longer than before, when your fear is met with an act of tenderness, celebrate. These are the waypoints on the map toward a fuller arrival. The angels keep a ledger of small faiths. God says, rejoice in incremental fidelities. They compound into miracle. The blush moment will also ask for courage, to forgive what must be forgiven, to release what must be released, to commit to the work that relationship requires. Courage is not the rejection of fear. Courage is the decision to move with fear as companion. Hold hands with your bravery. The angels will bolster you. This is not a call to perfectionism nor a plea for blind loyalty. This is a divine insistence on tenacious hope. Hope that refuses to settle for the second best when the best is being formed. Hope that refuses to let impatience steal what grace is doing. Your name was written beside this promise. The promise is not fickle. The countdown has already begun, and every patient day counts. Hear me when I say, your memories of what was have not trapped you. They have prepared you. Do not be ashamed of your past loves, your failed attempts, your terrible timing. God says every misstep was a lesson. Every heartbreak was a tutor in how to love more wisely. Angels have been gathering the lessons and weaving them into your readiness. That tapestry will show up in the way you listen, the way you forgive, the way you hold the other person with both tenderness and clarity. There will be a day marked in the quiet logbooks of heaven when an alignment you did not plan becomes undeniable. It will not be loud. It will be exact. You will know because your inner weather changes. Storms will calm. The sun will sit differently on your shoulders. In that day, refuse to be casual. Take the seriousness of grace into your hands. Bless what has been and vow to be a better companion. The angels will chant as you do. Do not be surprised if the person chosen for you returns not as who they were, but as who they have become. They might bring apologies, or art, or a child, or a silence refined by sorrow. Receive them with discernment and with a measure of holy thankfulness. God says what you have both been through will make you better stewards of one another. Angels will stand sentinel over renewed promise. The prophecy I give you now is simple and fierce. Do not give up on that person who continues to be chosen for you. Keep covenant with hope. Keep covenant with prayer. Keep covenant with small acts of faith that say, I will try again, when trying is the harder art. This is your confirmation. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When the moment arrives, speak truth with tenderness. Speak what you need and listen to what they need. Let your words be both lamp and bridge. Remember that promises kept are the most luminous kind of worship. The angels record each vow you honor. God says, honor what you vow, and I will honor the fruit. If you are afraid to risk, consider the poverty of a life without risk. A life where the best music is never played because instruments were never tuned. Risk is the tuning. Risk is the calloused hand of artistry. If love is an art, then you are invited to practice until your hands are skilled enough to make music the world has not yet heard. The angels are your audience and your coach. I will not say it will be effortless. I will say it will be worth it. There will be long nights and glorious mornings. There will be doubts and bursts of clarity. There will be ordinary days so ordinary they feel like miracles. Hold on to these days. They are the silent scaffolding of your destiny. As this message closes, let your heart be still enough to receive the last instruction. Keep faith alive through small, consistent choices. Do not let the world's hurried counsel bully you into forfeiting what heaven is tending. Take your time, but be deliberate. The countdown has already begun. The angels are moving. Your name was written beside this promise from the beginning. This is your confirmation. You are not a mistake in someone else's timeline. You are a chosen participant in a divine choreography. Do not give up on that person who continues to be chosen for you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. God says, I have not forgotten you. Angels say, we stand with you. If this message stirred your spirit, share this message with someone who needs permission to hope. If your truth rose up while you listened, comment your truth. Speak it plainly and let others bless it. Subscribe for more divine revelations. Allow these words to be a lamp that returns when you need it. Go now with courage, my beloved child, for your story is moving toward light. Do not step away yet. There is more that heaven wants to stitch into your hearing. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Hear this next piece as instruction and as blessing, a map for how to move while the mystery completes. First, adopt a sacred habit. Speak your truth aloud into the quiet. Each morning, say these words. I will remain faithful to what Spirit confirms. Say them not as a demand, but as a covenant. Voice is a summons. When you speak your heart, the world rearranges itself around that sound. God says, words that are tender and steady open doors that force cannot. The angels lean in closer when you name your intention. Practice small acts of clarity. When confusion arrives, do three things. Breathe until your body stops arguing. State what you feel. And ask one simple question that draws you toward what is honest. The question might be, what is true here? Or what would mercy require? These questions are keys. Do not let indecision become a fog that hides the compass you carry within. Stay till the end. Don't skip these small disciplines. They are the scaffolding of destiny. Create a holy ledger of moments. Not a ledger of grievances, but a ledger of evidences. Times when love kept appearing, when doors opened, when someone returned with humility, when signs aligned. Write them down. Read them when doubt comes. Angels press tokens into your hand. Your ledger makes them visible in ink. Your name was written beside this promise. And ink remembers what memory sometimes forgets. Allow yourself to grieve what must be grieved. Waiting does not erase the sorrow of what failed, and sometimes the heart must shed what it clings to before it can take in more. Give that process room. Do not shame it. God says, grief is a midwife to new joy. Angels stand at the threshold of each broken place, and they whisper lullabies that teach you to rest into repair. Do not rush the healing. Tend it. Make space for wonder. Wonder is the currency heaven spends when it wants to be noticed. Look for small impossibilities. an apology that arrives on the day you name it, a word that lands in your inbox at the exact hour your heart panics, a stranger who becomes a friend and then a guide. These are the breadcrumbs of the divine. When you follow them, you are following the footfall of angels. Don't skip the breadcrumbs. Pray with courage. Your prayers do not have to be polished. They must be honest. Say, I ask for clarity. I ask for courage. I ask for the rightness of this to be revealed. God says, prayers that name the need are answered in measures proportionate to the courage behind them. The angels are listening for the cadence of heart speech. They translate it into action. The countdown has already begun. Learn to celebrate arrival without clinging to outcome. When the chosen one draws near, greet them with thanksgiving and with the full honesty of who you have been. Bless what has been and disclose what must be known. Promise only what you can keep and keep what you promise. Angels applaud integrity. They do not cheer compromise dressed as piety. This is your confirmation. Promises kept are the currency of lasting covenant. When you feel tempted to pretend you are okay because it is easier than truth, stop. Vulnerability is not a liability. It is a portal. Offer your small true self in moments where hearts gather. The chosen one who is worthy of you will receive that vulnerability and treat it as treasure. The angels mark those who give and those who guard. Be one who gives with wisdom. Build rituals that anchor your love in ordinary life. A weekly walk, a shared practice, a question asked before sleep. Rituals are not magic spells. They are agreements with time. They teach two people how to stay in sync. The angels find delight in the repetitive drum of faithful practices. They become the metronome for your union. When fear screams that you should cut the line and flee toward easier comforts, answer with a prayer and an action. An action might be as small as sending a text that clarifies an intention, or as brave as scheduling a conversation that lays bare the heart's tender places. Actions are the grammar of faith. They make abstract hope into spoken truth. Don't skip the actions. Remember, reconciliation is an art, not an emergency measure. If reconciliation is to happen, it must be mutual and honest. Do not accept a unilateral return that refuses to change. Love that endures is love that evolves. God says, I honor those who demand transformation as much as those who ask for restoration. Angels guard the doorway where true repentance crosses into renewed trust. Forgive yourself for the nights you let fear hold the pen. Self-forgiveness is not weak. It is how you honestize the past. When you forgive yourself, you make space for grace to inhabit your present. Angels rejoice when you stop beating your own heart with yesterday's mistakes. Say aloud, I am learning. I am becoming. I will not be defined by error. The angels will echo you. When the right season arrives and the right word comes, do something sacred. Bless each other publicly in a small way. Give testimony of what you have learned. Sharing testimony is not vanity. It is altar work. It consecrates what was ordinary and makes it holy. The angels write these consecrations in songs that hang in the rafters of eternity. If a door closes that you thought would open, do not hysteria your way into an alternative that denies your soul's cues. Sometimes a closed door is a redirect, not a rejection. Take the redirection seriously. Ask, what is this redirect asking me to become? The answer will always be a training in greater readiness. Stay till the end. Don't skip the training. Let the language of your home be gratitude. Start and end conversations with a name of thanks. Gratitude changes the chemistry of encounter. It does not mean ignoring difficulty. It means tempering complaint with acknowledgement. The angels are more likely to bless a table where gratitude is spoken often. Your name was written beside this promise, and gratitude will help align you to it. If you are single and hold this person in hope, tend your life as if they are coming, but do not build your worth on their arrival. Your worth is anchored in being beloved by the divine. Build capacities of joy that are yours alone, friendships, art, work that satisfies. When the chosen one arrives, neither of you should be a half looking for completion. You should be two whole people deciding to become more together. Angels celebrate wholeness. If you are already entwined and the relationship is in repair, begin again with small, specific vows. Let them be actionable. One honest conversation per week, a boundary honored, an apology spoken by name. The angels catalog these small vows and line them up like stepping stones. Walk them carefully. The countdown has already begun. These vows are part of the tally heaven records. There will come a moment when you have to decide whether to leap or to wait for a firmer ground. For that decision, pray and choose with counsel. Speak to those who love you and can see the plank of your heart with clarity. Wise counsel is not permission to avoid risk. It is a guardrail for wise risk. Angels work through human wisdom too. They send teachers and friends and blunt truths wrapped in love. Now, breathe in this final vision, a room lit by morning, a table where 2 cups steam beside each other. The sound of laughter that is patient and true, a hand that reaches across and finds yours with no pretense. There is a small cross on the wall, a song that both of you know, a pillow dent that tells of nights slept in trust. The blush moment arrives not as a trumpet, but as a home that feels like sanctuary. Angels will stand at that door and cry for joy. As this continuation closes, hold one last instruction as tightly as a talisman. Be present. Presence is the miracle worker. You cannot manufacture destiny from absence. When you are present in your life, in your prayers, in your small acts of faith, you invite heaven to intersect with time. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is your confirmation. Heaven has not forgotten the detail of your longing. God says, I have written your name beside this promise. Angels say we have kept watch. Share this message to give permission for hope. Comment your truth to solidify it aloud. Subscribe for more divine revelations and return when you need the lamp relit. Go now in patience and power, my beloved child. Move gently, love boldly, and keep faith until the appointed hour. Do not step away now. There is a seam of final counsel heaven wants you to sow into your days. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Hear these last truths as both a lamp and a hand to guide you across the river that has been whispering your name. Begin to live as if promises are already working beneath the surface. Let your ordinary hours bend toward the sacred by small decisions. Answering kindly when it's easier to be indifferent. Keeping a commitment you made when no one is watching. Choosing patience when impatience is the simpler route. These small acts are the language heaven reads. God says, your small faithfulness is the currency that purchases great mercy. Angels nod when you choose the small good. Keep a soft, fierce prayer in your mouth. Make me ready for what you have chosen for me. Say it with the stubbornness of someone who believes possibility is larger than present evidence. Speak it in the passenger seat as you drive, in the shower as water rehearses your courage, in the quiet hour before sleep when the world hushes and your soul listens. The angels collect these prayers like a harvest and bring them before the throne. The countdown has already begun. When you feel the urge to speak with bitterness, stop and speak with honesty instead. Let truth have gentleness as its companion. Saying what must be said without destroying what is sacred is an art the angels applaud. There will be moments to confront, and there will be moments to hold silence as a form of worship. Learn the difference. Don't skip the discernment. Stay till the end. If you are tempted to rush ahead of the signs, remember the story of seasons. Spring does not announce harvest. It cultivates soil, it pushes tender green through dirt that has been patient. Do not be the impatient farmer who digs up the seeds to check their heart. Tend water, keep watch. God says, I am not slow. I am sovereign. Your impatience will not speed the appointed joy, but your steady tending will position you to receive it when it comes. Practice asking for what you need in precise language. Say, I need honesty. I need presence. I need humility. Do not hide your needs behind tests or expectations. When you name your needs, you offer someone the map to meet you. If they cannot or will not learn the map will reveal the truth. Angels rejoice when the language of hearts becomes clear. Clarity is a sacred thing. Be patient with seasons of ambiguity. Not every pause is a verdict. Some pauses are the breath between the in-breath of preparation and the out-breath of fulfillment. Breathe with those pauses. Let them be your school. In them you will learn trust that is not a sentimental thing but a resilient muscle. The angels will watch you grow stronger. The countdown has already begun. Do not let fear of future pain keep you from present joy. Pain may come and you will survive it. Better still, it may teach you how to treasure what was once ordinary. Fear that keeps you from tenderness will rob you of the holiness of being known. God says, take measured risks with the armor of prayer. Do not build a fortress of avoidance and call it wisdom. Angels stand ready to help you carry what risks require. When the person who is chosen for you stumbles into the light of honesty, receive them with measured grace. Celebrate their courage to come clean. Let discernment be your steward. Let mercy be your guest. There will be times to step back. There will be times to step forward. The angels record both, the steps taken in truth and the steps taken in caution. Both matter. Don't skip the careful heart work. If you feel small in the presence of longing, remember who breathed life into you. Your significance is not determined by another's capacity to see it. The divine gaze that first shaped you still holds you now. Anchor your worth there. When the chosen one appears, let them find a person who knows they are beloved at the core, not someone who seeks validation as a substitute for belonging. Angels delight in those who come whole. Hold rights for difficult conversations. Pray before them, breathe during them, and close them with gratitude for honesty. When you disagree, do not make the disagreement a verdict on the person's worth. Keep the person separate from the behavior. The angels teach us to love the soul while confronting the misstep. This is how rebuilding becomes durable. There will be mornings when the sun will seem particularly kind to you. Notice that kindness. Give thanks. There will be evenings when the stars feel like a hush over your fears. Sit beneath them and whisper your truths. These small attentions to wonder-open corridors heaven loves to travel. Don't skip the noticing. Stay till the end. If the path bends in ways you did not plan, do not mistake the bend for abandonment. Bends are often the only way to reach the view you could not have seen from a straight road. Lean into the bend. Ask, what is this bend shaping inside me? The answer will often be a deeper capacity for patience, tenderness, and tenacity. The angels celebrate those who can be reshaped without losing their core. Teach your heart to distinguish between longing and logical misplacement. Longing is not always a directive. Sometimes it is a signal that something within you needs care. Seek counsel where needed, and trust some questions to trusted friends and mentors. Wisdom shared is wisdom squared. Angels sometimes work through the wisdom of others. Do not reject the help offered. Now let me paint one last image for you, a twilight where two figures walk the shoreline of a life built slowly. Their footprints are not always perfect. Storms erase some, but others endure, layered and steady. They talk and sometimes they sit in silence. At the edge of the water, there is a sense of completion that is not finality, but a promise kept. You will breathe out and find you can breathe in deeper. This is the blush moment, tender and exact. Don't skip it. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this extension of the message draws toward a close, hold these final words as a shield. Remain intentional, remain tender, remain watchful. Maintain ritual, speak truth, practice forgiveness, and keep your eyes open for small signs. The countdown has already begun. Your name was written beside this promise before your first memory. Angels hum with anticipation. Now, in a voice that is both hush and trumpet, heaven says, go and be brave. Do not squander your longing on anything less than what is worthy of the soul that beats inside you. Keep covenant with hope and covenant with small acts of faith. Do not give up on that person who continues to be chosen for you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. If these words have found a place in your bones, share this message to give permission for hope to others. Comment your truth and let the world know what you are holding. Subscribe for more divine revelations so that when the night grows long again, you have a lamp to return to.
Walk forward now with courage, my beloved child.
Heaven goes before you, and angels walk behind you, and your name, yes, your name, remains written beside this promise. Do not leave now. There is still a ribbon of instruction heaven wants you to tie around your days. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Hear this next strand as a gentle command and as a promise that will steady your feet when the road grows thin. Begin to see your life as a manuscript being written in two hands, yours and the divine. You write the sentences of effort, honesty, courage. Heaven writes the punctuation and the chapters that surprise you. Do not attempt to edit the divine hand out of impatience. Let sentences finish before you demand an ending. God says, I will complete the paragraph that concerns your heart. Angels watch every line you courageously pen in truth. Let your longing become disciplined like a prayer that trains muscle. Discipline does not strangle wonder. It invites wonder to live inside a room that has boundaries. Decide now what you will never bargain away. Your dignity, your clarity, your capacity for joy. These are non-negotiables written into the covenant of your life. When you refuse to bargain with your soul's essentials, the chosen one will meet you on a field that has integrity and not on chaotic ground where everything is for sale. Do not be surprised if this process exposes hidden parts of you, old jealousies, quiet resentments, unspoken fears. These revelations are not curses. They are the harvestable soil for humility. Name them aloud. Bring them to prayer. Let yourself be known in smaller, truer ways. The angels keep a gentle ledger of your honesty. Every admission is a door unlocked toward deeper intimacy. Practice the holy art of listening with a heart that is not only hearing, but absorbing. Listening is not silence, it is an action. When the other speaks, in truth or in fear, receive them first with the assumption that God is trying to teach both of you through the conversation. When you listen in this way, you train the atmosphere of your life to be safe for truth. Angels gather around conversations that are brave enough to be honest and tender enough to be merciful. There will be seasons when the chosen one seems not to choose the path you expect. In those seasons, keep your dignity and widen your prayers. Pray for their readiness, not just for their presence. Pray that they see themselves as God sees them, that they are healed of what keeps them small, that they accept their own redemption. Intercessory faith is not passive. It changes the field. The angels are active in these prayers. They move in places you cannot see. Do not yield your sovereignty to anyone whose presence demands you forget who you are. If someone asks you to erase your story, that person is not the one chosen for you. The chosen one meets you and says, "Tell me the story of how you came to this moment," and then listens as if they have been entrusted with a relic. Hold out for that reverence. God says, "I dignify the one who dignifies you." Angels applaud those who protect their own narrative with love, not with pride. Take seriously the small promises that land like seeds, a consistent call, a reliability on Mondays, a shared laugh over a terrible movie. Plant them in the soil of attention. Fertilize them with gratitude. These seeds grow into a habit of fidelity. Fidelity is not glamorous. It is the quiet drum that eventually calls armies of blessing. The angels keep watch over these faithful habits, and they multiply what is honest. Let your body be a temple of truth. Sleep enough, eat intentionally, move in ways that honor the life you are stewarding. Do not mistake the negligence of self for humility. Taking care of yourself is worship that prepares you to take care of someone else. When both people come whole enough to care for themselves, the union is not codependent. It is covenantal. The angels, like temples tended with gentle hands, expect the ordinary to be sanctified. A groove, a habit, a routine can become holy when held in love. The mundane is not the enemy of romance. It is the skeleton that lets the flesh of intimacy attach properly. Do not despise morning coffee or the awkwardness of new routines. They will scaffold the extraordinary. God says, holiness often disguises itself as household chores and good coffee. Angels sing to that kitchen light. If you must choose a posture in this season, choose curiosity over judgment. Curiosity opens doors. Judgment slams them. Ask questions that invite the other to grow. How can I better understand you? What scares you, and how can I hold that with you? Curiosity is not naive. It is brave. The angels nudge those who choose questions that widen the heart instead of narrowing it. Teach yourself to keep small altars of memory, a phrase that became a turning point, a song that marked a reconciliation, a date when a humility arrived. These altars are not superstition. They are reminders of the divine thread always weaving through your days. When confusion returns, visit your altars. Let memory realign you with hope. Angels respect those who remember and are not haunted by forgetting. When confrontation is required, have it with both firmness and tenderness. There is a holy bluntness that chases deception from rooms, and there is a holy softness that keeps hearts intact while truth lands. The two together become the language you will want to speak when the blush moment arrives. God says, speak truth in love. Let that be your grammar. Angels will back your courage to do so. Do not confuse silence with approval. Silence can be a spiritual tool, or it can be cowardice. Learn to use it well. Silence to reflect, silence to let words settle, silence to pray. But do not use silence as a weapon that hides avoidance. When silence protects your peace, keep it. When it hides avoidance, speak. The chosen one will learn how to honor your silence and how to break it with tenderness. If temptation comes dressed as easy affection or convenient comfort, ask your heart the hard questions. Will this build the life you want? Will this teach you to love with more wisdom? If the answers point to a future that cheapens your soul, refuse. Sacrifice comfort for covenant. The angels applaud those who refuse the cheap and protect the sacred. Let me press one final image into your palms, a great mosaic made of many broken tiles. Each tile a memory, a failure, a sorrow, a laughter, all rearranged into a wider picture that glows from within. When you stand back, you will not see the brokenness as it once was, but as pieces refitted into beauty. The person chosen for you is another tile in that mosaic. Together you form a face of grace that was not possible alone. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this layer of instruction closes, receive this blessing like a cloak. May your patience not be brittle. May your hope not be fanciful but fierce. May your courage be tender and exact. God says, I will meet you where you are and lift you closer to what you are becoming. Angels say, we will keep watch. Your name was written beside this promise before your memory began, and it remains there now. If these words have kindled even a small flame, pass this message forward. Share it so another heart can find permission to hope. Comment your truth and let it be heard. The simple act of saying it aloud summons allies. Subscribe for more divine revelations and keep a lamp in the corner of your life where you can return when doubt comes at night. Go now into the next day with steadiness, my beloved child. Move with the courage of one who is beloved, and keep your hands open for the arrival that will honor the deepest shape of your soul. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and now, beloved one, breathe. Heaven is not finished speaking yet. There is still a whisper that lingers in the space between your inhale and your exhale. A sacred reminder that you are being written into a promise far greater than you can see. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The angels are saying, your story is not falling apart. It's falling into divine order. What seems delayed is not denial, it's orchestration. The one chosen for you is not lost. They are being positioned. Heaven is rearranging their path, their timing, their understanding. So when the two of you meet again, it will no longer be two wandering souls, but two lights colliding in perfect purpose. You have waited, haven't you? You've wrestled with silence, questioned if it was foolish to hope, wondered if love was something you imagined. But hear this. The love that was written by heaven cannot expire. It cannot be cancelled by distance, misunderstanding, or even time itself. What is sealed in divine ink cannot be erased by human confusion. God says, I am not done with this connection. The same hand that brought the two of you into awareness will not let the story end in separation. Do not misread the pause as an ending. It is a reset. It is a holy reconfiguration where both hearts are being taught new languages, patience, maturity, empathy, forgiveness, so that when reunion comes, it will be built to last. You ask, but why does it hurt so much if it's divine? Because transformation always feels like breaking before it feels like healing. Heaven doesn't withhold to punish you. It pauses to prepare you. When the timing is divine, even what once wounded you will become the very thing that teaches you how to love without fear. Angels are saying, the pain you feel now is the stretching of destiny fitting itself around your life. My beloved child, stop looking backward for confirmation. The proof is not in what they said or how they acted or what has already passed. The proof is in your spirit. That unshakable knowing that refuses to die, even when your logic says, let go. That knowing is not delusion, it's divine memory. It's your soul remembering the covenant made long before you were born. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, heaven is working in ways you cannot calculate. The chosen one is being awakened in the quiet. Dreams, realizations, divine interruptions. There are moments they stop mid-thought and feel you. They don't know why. They sense a pull, a stirring, a name echoing inside their heart. That is the whisper of God calling them back into alignment. You, beloved, are part of that holy awakening. But here is the truth heaven wants you to hold tightly. You cannot chase what is divine. You can only receive it. When you chase, you step into fear. When you receive, you stand in faith. Let go of anxiety and control. Release the need to predict or rush the outcome. God says, be still long enough for the miracle to catch you. Angels are already moving through the spaces between your patience and your faith. There are two kinds of waiting, the waiting of despair and the waiting of trust. The first feels heavy, stagnant, like time has stopped. The second feels alive, like the air is full of expectancy. Heaven calls you to the second kind. Wait not with clenched fists, but with open hands. Wait as one who knows the promise is alive and breathing. Wait with worship instead of worry. Wait as one already chosen. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. The timeline of heaven does not run late. It runs deep. Every delay has been a lesson, every silence a sermon, every heartbreak a hidden healing. Do not resent the time it took. It was all necessary to prepare the soil for what's coming next. Angels whisper, the countdown has already begun. When the divine alignment happens, it will feel like recognition, not discovery. You will not need to chase, question, or prove. There will be peace, even in the mystery. There will be joy, even without explanation. The one who once felt distant will understand not just who you are, but what you are to them. It will be as if heaven flips a switch and says, now. God says, when I say now, no force in heaven or earth can delay it. When I say now, hearts remember, doors open, and time obeys my command. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There will be a moment, you will feel it, when the air around you shifts. A text arrives, a dream repeats, a name crosses your path again. Don't dismiss it as coincidence. It will be confirmation. Heaven will make it unmistakable, undeniable, unshakable. You'll feel the same peace you feel now as you listen, multiplied 1,000 times. And in that peace you'll know, this is it. This is what I was waiting for. Beloved, the angels are rejoicing over your endurance. They watched you cry but still believe. They saw you nearly walk away but choose to stay in faith. They saw you love even when it cost you tears. Heaven never wastes tears. They are offerings. Every tear you shed was a seed, and the harvest is almost ready. Don't give up now. You are standing in the field of answered prayers. God says, I have tested your heart and found it true. You love not because it's easy, but because it's divine. That's why I can trust you with this promise. The love story written for you is not fragile. It's fortified by trials, anointed by patience, and crowned by destiny. The angels say, hold on just a little longer. The shift you've been sensing in your spirit is real. The reconciliation is forming in the unseen. The one who was confused is awakening. The one who ran is returning. The one who doubted is remembering. Heaven is orchestrating a reunion that will not only restore love, but redeem the years that felt wasted. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When the day arrives, it won't feel like fantasy. It will feel like fulfillment. You'll look back and understand why every not yet was necessary. You'll see that God was protecting the promise, not denying it. You'll thank him for every door that didn't open too soon, because when he finally opens the right one, it will stay open. No human hand can close a door that heaven has decreed to remain unlocked. Beloved child, hear this final declaration. You will not miss what is meant for you. Even if it circles away, heaven will send it back in divine time. Even if it sleeps, heaven will awaken it. Even if it wanders, heaven will lead it home. For love that is chosen by God cannot be lost, only delayed until both hearts are ready. This is your confirmation. Your name was written beside this promise before the foundation of the world. You are not being punished by the wait. You are being prepared for the weight of what's coming. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now lift your head. Let your heart unclench. Whisper a quiet yes to heaven, not to a person, but to the divine story still unfolding. Trust that love is not behind you, but before you. And when you walk forward, do it with expectancy, with gentleness, with the quiet authority of someone chosen by God. Angels say, you are closer than you think. The next chapter begins soon. If this message stirred your spirit, share it. Someone else is praying for this same confirmation. Comment your truth below. Let heaven hear your agreement. And subscribe, not for content, but for connection, because each revelation sent through these words carries light, hope, and divine timing. Go in peace, beloved. Heaven is still writing, and when the final page turns, you'll see the person chosen for you was never gone, only guided just as you were. Stay till the end. Beloved, heaven has not finished yet. There is still a pulse in this message, still a breath of divine fire rising to meet your faith. Don't skip, not now, not when you are standing on the edge of the promise. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. God says, I have seen every night you whispered their name in prayer. I was there when you stared at the ceiling asking, why does this love still live in me? I placed that love there, not to torment you, but to teach you the endurance of the divine heart within you. You were created with the capacity to love beyond logic, to forgive beyond reason, to hold hope even when evidence fades, because that is how heaven loves you. That is the same current that now flows toward the one who continues to be chosen for you. But listen, this season is not about waiting passively. It's about growing actively. You are not meant to stand still while heaven moves. You are meant to become, to evolve into the version of yourself that can stand beside your promise and not crumble under its weight. But divine love is not ordinary. It requires divine strength, divine understanding, divine maturity. And that is what heaven has been shaping inside you, quietly, beautifully, even through the tears. The angels say, what feels like delay is actually preparation for permanence. You asked heaven for a forever kind of love, and forever takes time. The roots must go deep before the tree can bear fruit. Do not curse the soil because you cannot yet see the blossom. God is still working beneath the surface. He is aligning hearts, untangling pride, healing memories, rewriting emotional histories, so that when the two of you meet again, you will not repeat the old pain, but begin a new creation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There will come a day, it may not be marked on any calendar, when you wake and feel something different. The heaviness will lift. The ache will turn into a gentle knowing. You will no longer question if they were meant for you, because peace will whisper, yes, but not as they were, as they are becoming. And you too will have become someone new, someone whose love is anchored in heaven, not in fear. God says the reason I didn't let you forget them was because they are part of your spiritual assignment. The connection between you isn't only romantic, it's redemptive. Through loving them, you learn to love yourself. Through forgiving them, you taste the mercy I give you daily. Through their absence, you discover that I was your first and eternal love all along. And when you both have learned these truths, separately, deeply, truly, then I will bring what was divided back together under the light of grace. The angels are already moving. They are touching hearts, rearranging schedules, guiding conversations, and whispering divine reminders into sleeping souls. There are moments, subtle, sacred, when your names echo through the spirit world, aligning the threads of time until destiny pulls taut and draws you near again. The countdown has already begun. Do not measure the miracle by the clock of the world. Measure it by the rhythm of faith. Every moment you choose hope over despair, you shorten the distance between the promise and its fulfillment. Every time you release control, you widen the space for heaven to act. Every time you bless them in prayer, you send angels ahead to prepare the reunion. And oh, my beloved, that reunion. Heaven smiles as I speak of it. It will not arrive with fireworks, but with recognition, a sacred quietness that will settle over both your souls. A peace so thick you will hardly need words. The same eyes that once carried confusion will now carry clarity. The same heart that once ran away will now stand still in awe. It will be as if time bows to eternity and says, "This is the moment we were waiting for. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Until that day, do not shrink your joy. Do not live halfway because your love feels unfinished. You are not waiting in vain. You are living in preparation. Keep building, keep becoming, keep shining. Heaven blesses the ones who keep creating beauty even in the middle of their becoming. The angels surround you as you work, as you rest, as you breathe. They are ensuring that what belongs to you can find you easily, quickly, unmistakably. God says, I will not allow you to miss this. Even if you wander, I will guide you back. Even if they wander, I will call them home. My timing will stitch everything together with precision. You will see the fingerprints of heaven on every detail. The same places you once thought were random will reveal themselves as orchestrated. Every detour, every delay, every disappointment was a divine rerouting toward your appointed joy. Beloved child, remember this truth. The chosen one continues to be chosen because I continue to choose them for you. And I continue to choose you, even in your doubt, even in your weakness, even in the moments you almost gave up. I never changed my mind about you. I never changed my plan for your heart. And when I bring the two of you together, you will see that I never wasted a single tear. The angels are singing softly over you now, a melody only your spirit can hear. They are wrapping you in light, sealing this revelation inside your soul. Do not rush away from it. Let it sink in. Let it calm the storm inside you. Let it remind you that the divine is faithful even when you cannot see how. Stay till the end, beloved, because the end is not far. The turning of this season is near. The moment heaven has promised is drawing closer with every heartbeat. Soon what was scattered will be gathered. What was broken will be healed. What was delayed will be delivered. And when that happens, when the divine alignment unfolds before your eyes, you will understand that this wait was sacred. You will thank God for every unanswered prayer, every lonely night, every test that built your endurance. Because the love that is returning to you will not just comfort your heart, it will confirm your faith. This is your confirmation. Your name was written beside this message for a reason. You didn't find this word. This word found you. You were meant to hear it today. You were meant to be reminded that heaven's promise cannot die. So share this message. Let it reach another heart who is on the edge of giving up. Comment your truth. Speak your agreement so that heaven may seal it. And subscribe for more divine revelations, because this is not the end. It's the continuation of heaven's conversation with you. Now lift your face to the light. Let the peace of God wash over your waiting. Let the angels carry your yes to the throne. And as you breathe, whisper these words: I trust the timing. I trust the promise. I will not give up. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge, something holy is waiting for you, and the angels continue to speak. They whisper softly, almost like the wind moving through the trees. You are closer than you realize. The story you've been carrying, the one you thought was fading, is still alive. Heaven has not written the end upon it. There are still sentences forming, paragraphs unfolding, and divine punctuation being placed with precision. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. God says, I am perfecting both of you, not punishing either of you. What looks like separation is sacred surgery, a healing that must happen in the dark before light can safely return. Do not fear the distance. It is not rejection, it is refinement. I am teaching each of you how to stand on your own so that when you stand together, you will not fall apart. Beloved, every time you felt abandoned, heaven was actually pulling you higher, calling you to build your foundation on something more eternal than another person's presence. Because divine love is not about losing yourself in someone else. It's about finding me in the space between you. That's where the miracle grows. That's where the chosen connection is reborn. Not from dependency, but from divine design. The angels say, we have walked beside you in every season of doubt. We saw you scrolling through your own thoughts, searching for signs, looking for peace. We saw you nearly delete their memory from your heart, yet something inside you stopped. That something was heaven. That pause was divine intervention, because if you had erased what God still intends to redeem, you would have cut off a branch that's about to bloom. So, don't skip this waiting season. Don't wish it away. There is fruit being formed in silence, patience, wisdom, discernment, humility. You are learning to love not only with emotion, but with endurance. You are learning that love is not a spark that fades, it is a fire that matures. When that person returns, they will meet a version of you that loves from overflow, not from need. God says, I am not sending back what hurt you. I am sending back what healed. The person you remember will not be the same, because neither are you. The storm changed you both. It washed away illusions, burned away pride, and left only truth standing. When love returns this time, it will not be fragile. It will be fortified by the tests you both endured. Beloved child, heaven wants you to hear this with the full weight of truth. Your love story is not ordinary because your calling is not ordinary. You are being prepared to carry a love that will reflect divine patience to others. People will watch your endurance and say, surely God still writes miracles. You will become a living testimony that love, when anchored in heaven, cannot drown in earthly storms. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are angels right now standing guard around both hearts. One near you, one near them. They are keeping you both from settling for less. Every distraction that failed, every relationship that didn't last, every sudden ending that confused you. That was protection. It wasn't rejection, it was rerouting. Heaven was saying, no, not that one, not there, not now. Because divine timing must align with divine purpose. You are not forgotten. Heaven has your timeline in hand. The one you love has not escaped the divine plan. The same God who orchestrated galaxies is weaving your paths even now, aligning tiny coincidences that will lead to divine convergence. A glance, a message, a moment. It will all happen effortlessly when heaven says, now. The angels say, your heart is a compass that always points toward what is true. Even when doubt clouds your thoughts, your spirit still remembers the direction of its promise. That's why, no matter how far you wander, you always feel the pull to believe again. That is not weakness. That is the whisper of destiny reminding you, it's not over. Beloved, the test has never been about waiting for them. It's about trusting me while you wait. Can you worship when you have no proof? Can you stay faithful when it feels forgotten? Because when you can love without sight, you have entered the highest realm of faith, and that kind of faith moves heaven itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Soon, you will understand why everything had to happen this way. The nights you spent crying, heaven was counting them. The prayers you whispered, heaven recorded every one. The strength you built in private will soon be displayed in public joy. The very places where you felt most empty will overflow first when the promise arrives. God says, you will not have to chase clarity, I will bring confirmation. The person chosen for you will speak words you've already heard in prayer. They will move in ways that echo my spirit. You won't have to force or guess, you'll simply know. The peace that passes understanding will flood your soul, and you will finally say, this is what heaven meant all along. When the reunion comes, it will not be fragile, fearful, or fleeting. It will be mature, anchored, and unmistakable. There will be no guessing, no competition, no chaos, only calm, only peace, only divine assurance. And you will realize that what you thought was over was actually being rewritten to last forever. The angels are already rehearsing that day. The day heaven's promise takes shape before your eyes. They are singing your story even now, calling it the return of the chosen. They rejoice not because of romance alone, but because of redemption. Because heaven delights in completing what it began, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as this message begins to close, feel the presence of peace settle over you. It's not imagination, it's visitation. The Spirit of God is confirming this word inside your heart. You don't have to understand every detail. Just trust the feeling that you are seen, chosen, and held. God says, the one I've chosen for you is learning what you already know, that love is not about convenience, but calling. I am teaching them the same lesson I taught you, how to choose with faith, not fear, how to surrender with courage, not pride, And when their heart finally aligns, they will come not because they are lonely, but because they are ready. And when they do, beloved, heaven itself will smile. For you will both understand that this love, tested, purified, ordained, was worth every moment of waiting. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is your confirmation. You didn't stumble upon these words. They were sent. The same light that guided them here will guide your heart into fulfillment. So now, take a deep breath. Whisper your faith again. And when you finish listening, do something holy. Share it. Let it reach another waiting soul who needs to remember they're not forgotten. Comment your truth so heaven may echo it. Subscribe for more divine revelations, for this conversation between you and heaven is only beginning. Go now, beloved. Go in quiet confidence.
The angels are walking ahead of you.
The person chosen for you is awakening, and the promise of heaven is unfolding even now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge, something holy is already on its way to you.